with us in the studio is someone whom we've seen grow from strength to strength. It makes us so very proud to see you drop these hits and come out with more and more and do it in such a stylish way. No one like him. Brodha V, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause as he graces the studios of Fever 104 FM. How are you, Macha?
Good, man. How are you?
Great. It's nice to see you here. More than anything, seeing you here physically means so much for us, because I think of late everything has been happening virtually, but you're here in the studios with us means a whole lot, and congratulations are in order as well. Your brand new single, All Divine. Talk to us about this song in particular, because all your songs pack a punch. They're so deep, the beats hit hard, but talk to us about All Divine.
So yeah, All Divine is a song that I had been planning to put out since about 2012. So I had this beat and everything in mind, and I felt like, it could be a good mix of like something Indian and something international. So I hit up this band called Flipside that I used to really look up to, and I was a big fan of theirs. Still feel bad to this day that I couldn't go watch their Indian concerts, but yeah. So we connected on Twitter back then, and they really liked my work, and they sent me something across. And ever since I put the idea together, I wasn't able to finish it fully. And I felt like, this song is probably never going to come out. It's probably one of those things that'll just lie in my hard disk. And eventually, I think, sometime around the whole pandemic, when everybody was locked up and not much scope to put out new music, or rather when you felt like, very demotivated to create something new, I just went back and visited this, and I finally felt like I could do something on this. So I wrote a song, something to do with getting over this feeling of nothingness, and thought it'll be the right kind of song to put out for the people right now.
Yeah, I think it's that kick of motivation that we all needed at this point of time, and it really, really conveys the message so beautifully. The collaboration with Flipside, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how did that really happen? And it's fantastic to see you join hands and put out music with some of the best talent in the world.
This was, I think, about 2011 and 12, and we tried to get in touch with Flipside mainly because we were all of us, me and my friends are all big fans of Flipside back in the day. We still have their cassettes.
Yeah, I still remember the Winter Olympics song that they had come up with, and all their songs are epic.
Seriously,
to say the least.
They're so cool. And I remember they'd come to tour India as well, and I was too young. I had rules at home. I couldn't step out and stuff. Definitely no concerts and all. So I felt quite bad that I couldn't go to that concert. And eventually, when they wrote back on Twitter and they got in touch over email and everything, I was like, okay, cool, something's about to go down. And they were kind enough to it was easy, actually. It was a very easy process of getting this idea across to them, and they were completely okay with it, and they wrote a beautiful hook and sent it back. And we cooked up some fire.
How cool is that? I want to talk to you about your music videos, because that has a fan following of its own. And when a Brodha V music video comes out, there's always a extra touch of localness. At the same time, it has that touch of international flavor as well, because of the sound that you bring in. Talk to me about the kind of planning that goes into creating your music videos, and whether you have the final call to say, we are doing this, or no, I don't like this at all.
When I'm generally writing the song itself, I kind of have a
vision,
or an idea of what I want the video to look and feel like. And because I have a conversation with my team and my video team and everybody, and somehow things always kind of aligned the way I want it to be. So it's cool. It's nice.
It really is cool.
Yeah.
And also congratulations on your other songs as well. I think Flex got us through the pandemic.
Yes.
I think Arama got us through the pandemic.
Yeah.
All your songs, we kept on listening to it at the radio station, because it brings about a happy vibe. We all sing along to your songs.
Thank you, man.
When you see your song Arama on autos in Bangalore, right?
Yeah.
That is so cool. Talk to me about how that makes you feel, because we've only seen movie posters and things like that.
Right.
It is such a cool concept to actually go about marketing your song, which is another game altogether.
True.
However, it must feel surreal to see your name on autos with your song on it.
It's a great feeling, man. Especially like when people randomly find these images and they take a video, take a picture and tag me on Instagram and everything. I'm like, hey, bro, I saw this poster. And it's a good feeling, especially like hometown vibe.
Yeah.
All your hometown boys
Yeah.
constantly hitting you up and be like, hey, bro, I saw your face there. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
And it's so unconventional, right? And
Yeah.
that way you are breaking the norms in every way possible and doing things your way,
Yep.
which is something that you've always been known for. So kudos on that. Talk to me about the pandemic, because for any artist, it's been crazy. All of a sudden, all the live events get cancelled.
Yeah.
And then how did you get through the pandemic? Was it, I'm going to get back to the drawing board, do basics, or was it like, I'm just going to count my days and make sure this is over and it's going to be back again? Live stages, doing live gigs, it's all going to happen soon. It was a test of time for everyone.
I think it was a mix of a lot of feelings, because initially when the whole pandemic started, all of us were like, it's a matter of a couple of months. It's more like a vacation rather. And then that wasn't the case. And then this kind of put us in a zone where we didn't know what's going to happen next. And we all kind of panicked a bit and be like, is this the end of the music scene as we know it? What if there are no more live gigs? And then as time passed by, I guess what I was able to do was go back to the drawing board and kind of plan my next 10 years out rather. I've been doing this for quite some time, and now I can rework on my sound rather, and be like, what do I want to do next? And then it gave me a lot of ideas to be able to create a lot more music. So yeah, it's been productive in a way, but I'm really glad that everything is kind of getting back to normal.
Yeah.
Bangalore's opening up to a lot of live events, and a lot of musicians are going out performing and everything, and it's only a matter of time before I get on a stage as well. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can't wait for that to happen with your new single, of course.
Absolutely.
And all your other songs that you've given us. In a country like India, how do you see rap now earning its stance? And how do you see your kind of music being accepted?
I'm just really happy, man, because when I first started making rap music, nobody was listening to rap music. It was mostly a very niche thing that people would find at parties and stuff like that. But there was no scene pretty much, and it was very hard to do college gigs and all that kind of stuff. But now I guess the kind of the reach that it has, the kind of people that listen to it in numbers, it's mind blowing, and I think it's come a long way to a point where I would argue that it's probably the most popular genre of music outside of Bollywood, film music.
Yeah. And more than anything, you stuck to your guns of doing what you like.
Yep.
And you never really diluted that during the years. And I think that really calls for something, because you really believed in what you were putting out.
Yep.
And you stuck strong with it. You were like, this is what I do.
Yep.
And this is my product. This is Brodha V. Take it or leave it. And down the years, you've made a path of your own. So kudos to you on that. There must be plenty of all the years that you've done so many gigs. You've performed in some crazy venues, I'm sure. Talk to me about the worst gig that you've ever performed and the kind of reactions that you got, because this is India, right? So there are people who don't get certain kind of music.
Right.
You may have ended up in a wrong venue with a wrong audience and you suddenly would have started questioning, what am I even doing here?
Yeah.
Talk to me about your worst gig.
I think this was all around the initial days, a couple of them, in fact, because like I said, back in the day, mostly DJs would play EDM and dance and house and that kind of stuff. So we as MCs could literally just go up to them and be like, yo, give me about 5 minutes, let me just rap and go out, because you just want to look for any opportunity that you get. And most of the time, you wouldn't realize that, but I guess people have come there for a different vibe altogether, and then you just killing the whole vibe by going all lyrical and stuff like that. And you were like, dude, I just want to dance. Get out. And I still remember there was one gig where I was quite nervous and everything, obviously because of all the booing and everything, and I didn't see there was a water bottle on stage, and I kind of tripped on it. But by the time I could manage, I kind of ended up kicking the bottle on somebody's face.
Ouch.
A woman's face. And I mean, I wasn't apologetic because she was booing me, but okay. But yeah, it was quite embarrassing.
Jeez, man. All these experiences. And I'm sure, in a way, an artist has to go through all of this to really know that what it's like to actually perform. And things like this keep you grounded, keep you modest. At the same time, it teaches you so much.
Yep.
right? I'm sure there are corporate gigs as well where people will come up to you and they'll say, bro, can you sing this song for me? And things like that.
Yeah.
It happens in an artist's life,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
kudos to you for sticking to your guns and giving us hits after hits. I think almost every song of yours has gone on to prove a point, and at the same time made us all sing along and dance to it. So it's been fantastic. I also want to talk to you a little bit about language and the prominence, right? Because you cater to such a wide audience. People all across the world listen to you. At the same time, it's the world of the internet.
Yep.
So you will have some person who is going to come up to you and say, bro, I come from this part, why aren't you singing in this language? Nanu illinda barta idini, neen yak havyaka kannadadalli rap marta illa, because I represent that place and you're not singing in that particular language. How do you go about dealing with it?
I mean, I take these things into consideration because I'm guessing, like, a fan comes up to you and tells you to, like, sing in a certain thing because they would like for you to do that. And I keep that in mind. I'm like, okay, when I get the right idea, probably I will do it. But then again, I need the right idea for it. I can't just force myself to do something and just make a bad song. I'm going to let you down. I'm going to let myself down.
Yeah.
And that's not the way to go about things. But yeah, I've like, done music in so many different languages. It's only because the project demanded that. And I've been happy with the end product. So that's the way to go about it, I guess.
Yeah, you're touching so many lives by experimenting with your pieces as well, and the final product just looks so well done. Brodha V, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. His new song, All Divine, comes out. Quick round of rapid fire with Brodha V. Just Thattanta Heli, I guess, without giving you a book. Here we go with question 1. What are you binge watching at the moment?
Squid Games.
Oh, you still haven't completed it?
Yet to finish a little bit.
Okay, I'll stop it right there so that I don't ruin it for you.
Okay.
Favorite food, comfort food for you to eat?
Biryani for life.
Biryani for life, right?
Period.
And would it be mutton biryani or a chicken biryani or a veg biryani?
I think I'd stick with, like, chicken biryani. I think that's my favorite.
That's your favorite.
Yeah.
Awesome. If it were dream collaboration, I know you've been collaborating with some of the best out there, but is there still anyone else on the list?
I mean, there are so many people on the list. My God, so many. I mean, I think the first person I'd want to collaborate with is probably Timbaland. Then Eminem, for obvious reasons. I'd want to do a song with A.R. Rahman. It's been my idol since I first started listening to music. But yeah, a lot of names.
Yeah, and hopefully, now that you put it out there, hopefully it's going to happen soon, and we know it's going to happen soon because you are a player who's here for the long run, of course, and for the kind of work that you have done as well. The craziest fashion suggestion that you've received, it could be from family members or it could be from friends.
I mean, a lot of times, like, people keep telling me to shave my goatee off because apparently it'll make you look more decent. I don't know. I guess it's more like people want me to still get a corporate job, be an engineer, I guess.
Even now.
Yeah.
Even now.
Indian parents, I tell you.
Finally, when your new song comes out, what would you like to say to people?
Listen to it, share it with as many people as possible, and also keep supporting indie music.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Brodha V for you. Thank you once again for visiting the studio, and congratulations on All Divine.